Hello everyone, welcome to my channel PhD Chats. You clicked on this link when you did not have to, and for that I am forever grateful. Guys, it is day 4. I made it through 4 days with no food, and I think I learned a little bit. I think I finally got it. Stay tuned to find out what. Today is day 4 of my no food fast. And the purpose of my fast is to allow my body to go through all of these amazing cleansing, restoration, renewing of cells. And when your body is not expending all of that energy on digestion, it goes into autophagy, which is literally as if a garbage truck went through your body and took all of the dead, old cell tissue away. And the other part of my desire to go with no food for 4 days was about ketosis. I practiced intermittent fasting and a keto diet consistently a couple years ago. And even though I'm still aligned with OMAD, I have not adhered as strictly to my keto lifestyle as I would like to. And when I practice intermittent fasting and a keto lifestyle consistently with like 99% adherence, I felt so good in terms of energy. I was so energized. I was working out fasted. When I went to my cardio class in a fasted state, that was the pinnacle of my understanding of what ketosis can do for the body, because I was constantly in a state of eating, not because I was snacking all day and spiking my insulin and putting my body through the process of digestion over and over and over again, but because my body believed I was starving, and I went into ketosis, burning fat for fuel, and I felt so good. So that knowledge is why I decided to embark on a 5-day no food fast. I know it was aggressive for my first time. However, I was excited to push through the first couple of days, first 3 days, because I knew that over on the other side, I was going to get this burst of energy and this, feeling of amazingness. And it never came. It never came. However, I'll tell you what I did better today. I think I got it. So one thing I learned about the fasting is consistency. So over the 5 days, I did so many things differently. I changed when I took my supplements. I took them in the morning. Then I took them, sporadically. Then I went back and I took them in the morning. So I think one thing I didn't do well was consistency with my supplements. So that caused my energy levels, I think, to waver, and it could have been too much of adjustment for my body. The second thing was that I abandoned caffeine. So prior to going on this 5-day fast, I drink a cup of coffee every day, every single day. So while I was fasting right now, my palate is just not, it's not receptive to the black coffee. I drink black coffee all the time. So I eliminated the black coffee. That would have had a negative impact on my energy. So now I introduced a new habit, a new practice into the fasting. So I can't even definitively say if my sleepiness is as a result of the fasting or if it's because I just extracted caffeine from my diet completely. The third thing I think I did not do well is that I did not manage my stress after day 3. So I did feel a huge volume of disappointment on day 3 because that was the jump into ketosis day. It did not happen. And then today is better. I got up. I had my electrolytes. I had all my supplements. I tried to have a positive attitude about the tiredness. And I felt better in terms of energy level, but I did not feel an increase in energy at all. I feel more tired. I do feel lighter. I feel like my skin looks a lot better. I was, doing my skincare and my hands were going over my skin, and I thought, oh my goodness, my skin just felt smoother and I feel lighter. And I'm sure I benefited from all of the internal improvements because of fasting, but I did not feel the increase in energy. But there's a reason for that. I am actually going back to watch all of those videos to figure out how they said, like, what did they say about energy that made that this primary expectation I had that was not met. So here are a few clips from a few of the videos I watched prior to embarking on this 5-day no food fast. Along with reading books and looking at articles online and going to AI and just doing everything, looking at what people say it was the worst experience. I looked at the negatives. I tried to get a holistic picture. But this is what everybody kept saying about energy.
I thought that fasting is supposed to give you a lot of energy, right? Why am I fatigued? Someone mentioned that in the comment section of one of my YouTube videos. I want to explain why that is.
By 36 hours, you reach maximum autophagy. Dead cells are cleared out, tissues are regenerated, and your metabolism gets a major boost. You've just given your body a full reset. So
what actually happens when you stop eating for 3 days and drink nothing but water? Most people think you get weak and that your body shuts down, but that's not what happens at all. What actually happens is quite the opposite. Your body turns on.
In order to go back to normal, you should be fasting. Fasting is supposed to be a normal part of your existence. That's the way you were designed. Not this modern industrialized living that we've been doing.
Let's say you finished your meal at 7 p.m., you fasted to 7 a.m. the next day. Your gut has reset and your liver has done a full detox cycle. At 16 hours, now your insulin levels are really starting to drop and you're burning fat for fuel. Once you hit 20 hours, you stimulate higher levels of autophagy and mitophagy, where you're breaking down old damaged mitochondria. At 24 hours, you start getting rid of these zombie cells, breaking them down and getting rid of them. You get a huge rise in growth hormone. In some individuals, you're getting up to like a 1,000 to 2,000% rise in growth hormone, which is coming out preserving muscle tissue. So you're not losing muscle or bone, but instead you're just burning fat and balancing your immune system.
So it's not that I'm not going to fast again. I will definitely be fasting. I believe that fasting is the cure within. I also believe that we are probably most likely consuming too much food in a given day. I also think that we have been tricked, socialized, or commercialized into consuming things that are way more dangerous for our bodies than we believe. And so we are kind of numbed, very jaded about the things that we consume. And I also think that we are probably evaluating our health based on our weight and size, which does not correlate with strength and wellness at all. And so because we don't see excessive weight gain or any other negative effect of overconsumption of sugar, tooth decay or, diminished eyesight or fatigue or crashes in the day, because we're able to skirt some of those issues, we might not recognize that there are other things, other negative effects that are happening from consuming sugar that may take some years to manifest. So I will be fasting again. And tomorrow is the final day, guys. I'm going to see how tomorrow goes. Thank you so much for joining me at Chats with Petal, and I will see you tomorrow.